Hey guys, it's Brian from Coach More Athletics. I want to take a moment to acknowledge our current CMA families. Thanks for sticking with us through this transition as we change locations and really getting set up where we're currently at. And we want to add a little bit of stability for a while. And so it's always nice to have community partners to work with who can help us facilitate that. Um, Wanted to give you guys a quick update about what's going on with CMA, and I know that you guys have seen posts and things regarding the national team and a couple of other things. First things first, I do want to take this video to kind of break down what our biggest change is right now. CMA, we have a we've been granted our 501c3 status, which makes us a federally recognized nonprofit. The official name is the CMA Basketball Academy Foundation. There's a very specific reason why we named it the Basketball Academy Foundation. You're going to find out a little bit later on in this video. Okay. But through the years, we've really tried to focus on delivering high quality training to kids, and the speed and agility training and basketball training. Um, that's really been our mission focus. And we realized about a year and a half ago that we were basically a for-profit business that was, you know, a nonprofit that was structured as a for-profit business. I've mentioned that and I've discussed that in previous videos. So um, we decided to change that, and we wanted to make sure that we are more in alignment with the way our business was set up. Um, One of the things that we realized early on is in order to compete as a basketball business in the city, it's a volume play. Like we have to have so many kids, we have to serve so many kids. And the thing that we've always worried about is we don't want to have so many kids that we can't maintain quality. And so we've tried to keep our numbers modest, but while training as many kids as possible while maintaining that quality has always been a difficult line to hold, while also trying to remain cost effective. And so that's where we're at right now. And so we sat down, we had conversations about how we're going to implement this. We got some assistance from a couple of our CMA alumni helping us set this thing up. And so now we're ready to officially launch the CMA Basketball Academy Foundation as a federally recognized 501c3 nonprofit. Okay. So, those that know and you watch our social media, we've had a number of alumni that have gone on to some pretty stellar careers, launching some pretty stellar careers. And we're wishing them health and success in the future. And hopefully we can partner in the future on some things. Okay. So, what is this? Okay. The Basketball Academy Foundation is our 501c3 nonprofit. It's a game changer for us. Okay. The vision is we want to make high level basketball training accessible to most every kid that wants it, whether it be through cost effective programming or even scholarships as we get more funding and whatnot. And so we want to make this something that's available and not walled off just to the kids that can afford it. Okay. We want to remove the barriers so that talent and dedication can shine through no matter what. All right. Um, and so the goal and the vision is over the next couple of months, we're going to be transitioning a lot of our for profit programs and we trying to put them under the banner of the nonprofit. What that means is it gives us a little bit more control over costs because we can seek donations to cover up the gaps, that we would run into while trying to control pricing while still making sure our overhead's paid, while making sure all of our vendors are paid and all that other stuff. Okay. And so that's going to be an opportunity that we're going to be looking at for a corporate partner who wants to put their name on Basketball Academy, and it'll be Basketball Academy presented by Boom. And that will allow us to offset the cost for our families. We're looking at folding our flagship Basketball Academy program up under that banner. Okay. There's a couple of other opportunities that are coming up. I announced it last week. We're going to have a national team. We're going to have national and regional teams. I'm not going to go into all the details because we're still talking out a lot of the details, but we know this thing is going to happen. We know it's going to be launching at the beginning of the year, and we know that there's going to be a lot of tune-up leading up to the debut of that team, and it's going to be on a national stage. And you guys are going to know in a couple of weeks what I mean by that. Um, and so we've relaunched our elite basketball team, and that's going to be our team that we carry into the nationals. Um, we're trying to make sure that we have a good quality control on this because we want to make sure that we give that opportunity to kids that are locked in with us. That means they train with us, they play with us, they have a familiarity of what our expectations are. Um, Regionally, locally, and nationally. And they're good representatives of our program and our community because that's really what this is about. Okay. But we're going to be heading into some of the highest level competition in the country. All right. It's going to be direct exposure to a lot of college coaches and scouts to the best of our ability. We're trying to get our kids seen because we believe we have a good, solid product. Okay. And it's the kind of opportunity that changes lives and opens doors. And we want to give that to our families. So what we're building is that's what the foundation really is about. And we're looking at that as kind of a really good fundraising opportunity to help buoy the rest of our programming so that we can continue in our mission to provide high quality training and playing opportunities to kids. Okay. So we're looking at providing scholarships in the future. We're also looking at launching some other programming to help train coaches to make sure that coaches are brought up in the right way and the right system so that they are focused on the right things in terms of player development. Because for us, that's what matters. That's the end of the day thing that we really focus on is making sure that we are building better players and building better citizens. Through athletics. And so that starts with the coach. And so we're going to have some coach training programs for young people that want to get into coaching and seriously want to do that as a career. Okay. This is going to allow us to expand our reach to serve more families. Okay. And it's going to create some critical pathways for kids to make a career out of basketball, whether it be those very limited seats, the very limited seats at the very upper echelon, or whether you're playing overseas, or whether you're coaching and developing and training the next generation. Okay, the reality that we're up against right now, we're actively raising funds to make this thing happen. Um, and it's hard for me to switch into that fundraising mode. But when you're in the nonprofit thing, that's what you have to do. And so we're actively raising funds to really launch this thing the right way. We kind of had a mini launch a couple weeks ago. Now this is really the earnest launch. We have our board together, and we are going to be plotting out the next 5 years of what this is going to look like. We need support. Um, we have our ongoing operating costs. We have our vendors' costs. We need to make sure that we are making sure that we're paying for our tournaments and things along those lines. And coaches and things along those lines to make sure that they are able to make sure that they have something in exchange for their time. And with the national team, we're going to be doing some traveling and things along those lines. And so we do have those costs coming up. And so we're looking for some assistance or some donations to offset the cost. We're also looking for people who want to put their name on these teams that are going to travel all over the country. Where those are opportunities that are wide open. We're looking for people that want to make a difference for kids locally and regionally by putting their name on our basketball academy. Also, our regional teams are going to the teams that only travel between here and Lincoln and maybe some Kansas City stuff. That's going to be opportunities to sponsor teams as well. And so we're looking for partners with that. Every little bit of support helps. And we are really flexible in terms of different opportunities for sponsorship and donation. Okay. So what this support does, it offsets our training costs for families. That's primarily the thing. It allows us to keep our monthly, what we're asking, our monthly contribution for families allows us to Really control that and keep that accessible to families, especially as we head into some challenging economic times. Um, this helps us send teams to compete at these tournaments on the national stage when we're ready to launch this thing. And it's going to be a big announcement. I'm just letting you guys know. And if you're a family that's with us, if you're not involved in services or not officially locked in on services, this is something that you need to fix, because that's going to be the first crop of kids that we're going to be looking at before we open up tryouts to the rest of the city. Okay. This is going to provide scholarships for athletes who really do need financial assistance, and allows us to keep our facilities running and accessible. Okay. We're really trying to build a lasting legacy of opportunity that's bigger than basketball. Okay. We're about teaching discipline, teamwork, resilience. We want to build character and confidence. And we want to open doors, not just for playing. We want to open doors for careers in sports and youth development. Okay, whether it be playing, whether it be coaching, whether that be training, we really want to use this as a launching pad for people that are interested in this. Okay, we're investing in young people's future in multiple ways. So we're asking to make this vision a reality. If you're interested in putting your name on one of these teams, whether it be national or regional, we're going to ask for that. We're going to have tournaments that are going to be coming up. We're probably going to be running leagues. There are going to be plenty of opportunities for naming sponsors in those. Okay. But we're also asking for direct support to the Basketball Academy Foundation. By having a naming sponsor for a basketball academy, that's going to do so much for us in terms of being able to keep the prices affordable. Okay. So these are the things we're asking for. I'm going to be posting the link to our donation page. That's going to be an evolving piece. Okay. So you'll be seeing that in the comments if you want to donate. If you're interested in some of the higher level things in terms of getting your name on some of these teams, you got to contact us. I'm a marketing guy. I understand the marketing impact that having your name affiliated with a nationally recognized team can absolutely do for a business, especially if you do business regionally too, because a lot of our national stuff is going to have a huge regional play in it too. And so those are going to be opportunities that come up. But if you're interested, get in contact with us so we can have those conversations. Make sure that we can get your logo on bags and shirts and jerseys and all that other stuff, and on websites. This is a big thing. I'm just letting you guys know. Okay. Any amount makes a difference. Every contribution helps us reach more kids. Okay. And we we would love you if you guys would share this with other people who are aligned and want to make a difference in these kids' lives. Thanks, CMA family. Thanks to our current supporters, our future supporters. Together, we're building something special. Together, we are building better athletes and better people, better citizens, better adults. Okay. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll be getting in contact with you in the future. But like I said, we're really excited about this thing, and we'd love to take y'all with us. So let's make this thing happen together. Talk to you later. Peace.